Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Accountability Hour, the podcast where we tackle double standards, self-improvement, and the messy realities of relationships. This is Lynn Watchhorn. Men not getting their physical needs met in a relationship. And before the comment section is full of women saying that they've dealt with the same thing, this can also apply to you. I just know it's not as common amongst us ladies. It's a little bit more common among men. In a lot of relationships, the physical needs are often put on the back burner. A lot of people don't understand the overall need for that. When a man's physical needs aren't being met, it can lead to a variety of issues in the relationship. This is not just about sexual activity, but also the broader spectrum of physical closeness and affection, such as touching, kissing, cuddling, and other forms of physical connection. For a lot of men, it's a way of feeling closer to their partner and strengthening their overall emotional bond with that other person. Studies have also shown that regular physical intimacy, including activity, has numerous health benefits, including reducing stress, strengthening the immune system, and improving overall cardiovascular health. It can help with self-esteem and validation. It can be a source of it. And for many men, that's what helps them feel desired and valued in their relationship. That's how they bond with you. What are some of the consequences of men not getting their needs met? Frustration and resentment is a huge one. Ongoing unmet needs can lead to these feelings, which can poison the whole relationship. He might put in a lot of effort and time to make sure your needs are getting met, but then when his needs aren't being met, it sort of feels like a slap to the face. Of course, we cannot meet our partner's needs 24/7, but if he doesn't even see you making an effort or even caring about what he wants out of the relationship, what's the point of him even being in it? Overall, it can decrease his self-esteem if a man feels that his physical needs aren't being met. It can lead to that and feelings of undesirability overall. Lack of physical intimacy can create a gap between partners, leading to emotional detachment and a weakening of the bond that holds the relationship together. A lot of us ladies, we bond emotionally by talking. Well, for men, it's more physical. And unfortunately, sometimes unmet physical needs can lead to seeking fulfillment outside of the relationship, which can result in infidelity. And now I'm not justifying it, but for a lot of men, they can feel trapped in a relationship when they're not getting that, because they can't get it outside of the relationship without cheating, so it can make them feel stuck. And I love the idea I saw on Psych Hack's channel. He said that if you're not meeting your partner's physical needs, basically, they're not getting their needs met, you are no longer in a monogamous relationship, because you're forcing the other person to be celibate. And that is so true, because the other person should get a say in their overall life in that way. It's one thing if you communicated up front that you're really not into that, you don't have a high drive, and they decided to pursue it further, but if they didn't even know ahead of time, it's really not fair to them. Now, it doesn't give them the right to cheat, but I do think it gives them a full right to leave. And then overall breakdown of communication. When physical needs are not being addressed, it can often lead to a breakdown in other areas of the relationships, because the partner may feel uncomfortable or resentful discussing their needs and concerns. Because if one of the needs that they did bring up was invalidated or shot down, and they couldn't get you to listen to them or even take it into consideration, they're naturally not going to want to bring up other things that are bothering them. And in a lot of cases, that need they brought up earlier might be their number one need, that they're really just starving for that. So they don't want to bring up anything else because they don't want to bring off the attention to their main need that needs to be met. He may also feel that you just don't care about him enough, which might discourage him from overall wanting to invest in the relationship. What are some solutions to this? Open communication, of course. That's my first go-to with everything. Ideally, the person you're with has empathy towards your feelings, even if she may not agree. If she doesn't have any empathy and doesn't care, that's a huge red flag. Your needs matter. Now, there's a chance that she could be dealing with other, limitations. Maybe she has a difference in libido, health issues, or her stress levels, or maybe she needs help around the house or something. And that gives her the opportunity to bring that up, and you guys can have a discussion about that. Maybe you need to help a little bit more with something that will relieve her stress, and then that'll help her get in the mood more often. And then, of course, compromise. Ideally, you guys can find a middle ground. Oftentimes, one person will have a much higher drive than the other. So is there a happy middle where you both are getting what you want out of the situation? I recently saw this video of a woman saying, "Oh, just fake it if you're not in the mood." Well, I think that short term or every once in a while, that's totally fine, I guess. I know that lack of enthusiasm over time can really wear down a man. And later on, he's going to be able to tell that you're faking it and you're not really into it. And that's going to even make him feel even less desirable, because he may not know what your limitations are as far as that goes. And of course, you guys can get professional help if you feel like that would help you. I know some people have been through horrific, traumatic experiences in their life, and working through some of those issues can remove that barrier for them. Of course, sometimes boredom can set in and you guys need to try new stuff or explore new ways to connect. But overall, if you are not getting your needs met in this way long term and you cannot make it work, you've tried multiple times, you are not obligated to stay in this relationship. Ideally, you bring up your needs and she cares deeply and you can see her trying. She's doing whatever it takes. And yes, you may need to be patient. Maybe she needs to work through some stuff. Maybe she needs to get some help from a doctor or something to get her on the right track. But overall, you should see her putting in the effort. At the end of the day, you'd have to decide if this is a deal breaker for you. And if yes, you might have to leave. And it sucks, but sadly, we live in a world where men's needs aren't taken as seriously. Some women, because they don't have that need, don't have an understanding of how much of a need it is for you, and you might need to tell her that because she may not get it. Men and women tend to have different needs in a relationship, and both are valid. Now, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might benefit from it. And always, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and let me know your thoughts.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.